Angel Creations. Welcome back to my craft room. It's very messy. Don't look behind here. I'm working on that as we speak. So we made it through Hurricane Ian just fine. The only thing I ended up losing through the whole hurricane was a diamond earring, a little diamond nose ring. Other than that, we are golden. Praise God. God is good. He really held this little tiny home up, and even my happy place outside. So we are very, very blessed, very, very grateful, but very, very sad for our southern Florida friends. Man, they got a walloping, and they were not prepared for it because we were supposed to get it. So I'm about 45 minutes north of Tampa. And for a few days there, I mean, we were ready to evacuate. We saw that it was coming right for our area. And we were not going to take any chances. So, but we ended up being great. And unfortunately, though, for our Fort Lauderdale friends in that surrounding area, they got hit really, really hard. So prayers for them. A lot of them are still without power, and a lot of them lost everything. They pretty much were flooded with the ocean. So, all right, so I have a mess behind me. I've already been working on putting my lawn furniture back out, and all the things that, all the work that you do preparing for a hurricane. You have to undo, right, all that work. So I thought this was a great time to hop on here though real quick, because for our craft today we're going to be melting one of these orange candles from the Dollar Tree, and that's going to take some time. So what I have is a candle warmer here. You can get these at Hobby Lobby, even Walmart sells these. You can get them in the candle section of either store, but I like to use this for to keep my coffee warm. But anyways, we're going to use that, which I have all heated up, and we are going to just set our candle on top and let this whole thing melt. And while that is working and melting away, I am going to be working on this craft room, because see, we threw furniture, outdoor furniture in here, and you know, all kinds of things. It's a mess. So I got some of it done, enough to get some space here. You should see I have a picture of my cat, although I may have just deleted it, but I had a picture of my cat sleeping in a mess, a hurricane mess here. It was so cute. But anyway, I will be back as soon as this has melted, and I think it's probably going to take about 30 minutes, maybe 40, and then, but it'll be a flash to you guys. All right, be right back. Okay, so this took about an hour and a half, well, probably closer to an hour and 45 minutes. So if I look worse for the wear, it's because I've been cleaning and getting all the stuff, you know, that you have to do after a hurricane back to normal. So let's see, I have a pair of tweezers. I'm going to go in here, but this is all melted now, and I'm going to go in and get my wick first, because we're going to use this wick, and I'm just going to lay it down here for a moment. Now, I do have an oven glove, or you need an oven mitt or something, because this is very hot. The whole jar is very hot. I am going to move my electric plate and my melted candle away from me for the moment so that I can work on my wick. All right, so what we're going to do now is take our Dollar Tree little loaf pan that says Grateful. I just love that. It's really cute. And we are going to cut this one wick that we got out of our candle into 3 wicks. So I'm going to start by, we can use this bottom piece as one wick. And then we are going to use a couple of little, what do you call these? I'm just going to cut this one right in half, make that easier. And what do you call these thingies? A little washer. So what I'm just going to do is I was going to tie my washer, but I think I'm just going to like hot glue it down to my washer, my little wick. I'm going to just hot glue that right down to my washer because I just want the heaviness of the washer. And then I'll glue that right into my pot. Oh, I got the wrong glue gun here. Alright, so then we're just going to put 3 wicks in here. So I'm just going to put a little glue right down there, and that will be my first wick. Okay, that did not work. Let me pull that back up. I was going to tie this on, but I figured if I just fastened it with a little hot glue, it would be fine. So let me try that again. And I know that this wax is going to melt it, but I just want it in there temporarily just to put my candle wax on it. Now, you guys might have a better idea. I wish you would let me know in the comments if you do come up with a better idea. Like I said, I'm just using this little washer as and there's wax, of course, on my wick, so I'm getting some of that wax off with my fingernail, and then I am just, whoops, I'm gonna put that through my washer and just hot glue it right on the other side. So once we have all of our little washer and wicks, you can just pop those right down inside your candle. And I'm doing 3 wicks right across. And I'm going to put the one at the bottom that came with it at the bottom in the middle. There we go. And then I'm going to take a dowel, and we're just going to hot glue our strings at the top to our dowel. So I'm just going to put like a dot of glue there. Just enough to hold up my wick so it doesn't fall into my candle. And I'm going to do the same with this side. So we were so blessed. This hurricane was kind of scary. You know, it was supposed to come, oops, my hands here. It was supposed to come, let's just glue this right down too. It's wiggling all around and we don't need it to. Do you see that? I just glued my little, because this is ceramic, I just glued this little skewer right to the sides here. So we were very, very, very blessed because this hurricane was headed straight for our area. Gotta put a new glue gun in there. I mean a new glue stick. I'm just gonna attach this. I'm doing this to hold up my wick so that when we pour in the wax, the wicks don't fall down inside. Put another dot of glue right there. because all these little glue dots we can get rid of afterwards. I'm using my tweezers because I don't want to burn my fingers. Alright, whoop. Alright, so this is what I have going on. Can you see that? My 3 stems are all in place now. And so here comes the fun part. Let's get these glue gobs out of here first. Now we got to put our oven mitt on. And I want to mix some of this, excuse my oven mitt, I want to put some of this apple and cinnamon luminescence that I got from the Dollar Tree. It's just a fragrance oil. And I want to put some of that. I almost grabbed my candle with this hand and my heat thing with the gloved hand. All right, so now I want to add some of this apple luminescence in here. And you know, I'm thinking I may have wanted to do 2 candles because I don't think that's going to make a very deep candle, but you can learn from my mistakes. I am just here to inspire you. So it's very strong, so I'm thinking maybe 4 or 5 drops. So here goes. Nothing's coming out. 1, 2, 3. Oh, now it comes out. Alright, so that's probably more like 10 drops. It smells good though. And then I'm just going to take a skewer from the Dollar Tree and mix that up. Mix all of that apple scent. Apples and cinnamon. It smells so good. And then I'll let this drip for a second and we are going to pour our candle. Okay, now this would make a great gift for somebody, a teacher, or just someone that you know that loves fall and loves, oh, you can't see. Okay, so let's do this. Let's take this away and let's put our candle where you can see, and here we go. We're going to just pour this in evenly. Oh, it smells so good. Yeah, we probably could have used another candle, but this is plenty. Plenty. There's a lot of cobwebs here from my glue gun. Oops. Stuck my finger in there. So, this is how deep. We are probably, that's hot. We are probably an inch away from the top, which is perfectly fine. And I will bring this up so you can see it closer. And it's going to be orange. I don't want it all over the sides. It's going to be orange when it is dried. And when it is all dried, I have no idea. I've never really done this before. I thought that this would probably take, I thought that this candle would probably take 30 minutes to melt. But it was almost 2 hours. So let me turn my hot plate off here. So I don't want to even judge how long it's going to take for this candle to harden up. But once it hardens up, we will be back and we will trim our wicks and have our final look-see at our fall grateful little loaf pan candle. And I will be right back. Okay, so we are back and this is what we have. It's firming up nice so far. Now, it is a little warm on the bottom still, so I'm not sure how solid this is, but it's been about an hour and I think it is safe to come back. We will find out if we are just simply going to just take our scissors and snip our candle right off of its skewer, and then we glued them on the side, and you can just pull that right off and look at our gorgeous little candle. I'm going to cut these wicks a little bit shorter. I think we usually go 1/4 of an inch, right? When you buy a candle, they tell you. But anyway, I'm just snipping them so that they're all about the same height. Look at that. I love how this came out. I think it's going to be warm and cozy when I light this for, let's see, do we have a lighter? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, right here. I do have a lighter. Okay, so I think this is going to just smell so good. Whoops, we got a fan and an air conditioner blowing. Let me see if I tuck it. Come on. There we go. All right. There is our gorgeous candle, and I just wanted to say that I hope that everybody, all my viewers and subscribers in my area, I hope that you guys are okay, and I hope you made it through the storm okay and unscathed. And if you did not, just know that we are praying hard for you for a fast relief and recovery, and just know that we're praying for you down there, down in our southern counties, which, as the crow flies, is not very far from me. As a matter of fact, my dad is no longer with us, but he used to live in Inglewood, and that area was hit really hard too. Fort Myers, and so prayers for Fort Lauderdale and the surrounding areas for sure. And I also wanted to say, before we go, here, let me put this down. I'm not even going to blow it out. I'm enjoying it. It's got a nice aroma. I will say 10 drops or so, you know, smells good. It could be a little stronger though. And I did want to say, so you could add half a bottle is what I'm trying to say. But if you don't have one of these, by all means, if your microwave is tall enough, you could microwave it 30 seconds at a time until it is all, I don't want to say thawed, melted. I'm having a hard time saying melted today. Or you can put it in a pot of boiling water. You don't want to make sure that water doesn't boil and get into your wax, though that causes all kinds of problems. But yeah, just, you know what, it cost me $1.25 for the luminescence, but not really, because I have a full bottle here still, so probably 5 cents there. And then it cost me $1.25, so there's $1.30 for my container, and another $1.25 for my candle, which if I wanted to, I could reuse. I threw it away already, but I could reuse that jar. So a very inexpensive little project, and what a nice little gift to give somebody, right? Christmas is coming, and even a nice hostess gift for Thanksgiving. So, all right, everybody, this is a great time for you to give me a thumbs up, and sharing is caring. So go ahead and share this with your friends, family, and social media. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really does help my channel grow, and I'm trying so hard to grow. Not whining, not whining. I'm growing. Or oh, I blew out one of my candles, but or the fan or the air conditioner. But okay, everybody, until the next time that we see each other, be good and do good and pray for our Florida friends if you're not one of them. We really do need prayers here in Florida. There's lots and lots of people still without electricity. I was without electricity only 2 days, and one of those days was mostly, I think it was the day of the hurricane, and the day after, maybe 2 days, 3 days, we were without power. But my roommate's son-in-law came and hooked up a generator for us to run our refrigerator at least, so we were very blessed there. But a lot of people are still without power, so just in your prayers, just add them to your prayers, please. And power is everything. It's just everything. I was, though, without, after I got my power back, that was great, but I was without internet until today. Actually, it was like 3 in the morning, I think, that we got internet. So that's why I'm finally able to do a video for you guys. So all right, everybody, so I hope this finds you well, and until the next time we see each other, be good and do good. Bye now.